Hey, what's up? I got first place at a locals playing Spright. This format is drastically going to change pretty quick here, so this video is likely not of much use. But fuck it, who cares? Here you go. Main deck is 40 cards. Starting off with 3 blue, 3 jet, 2 red, and 1 carrot. Reasoning for 2 red is if 1 is banished off of a runic card, I'll still have the backup, and red usually sticks around on your field as you interrupt your opponent, so he's kind of the prime target to banish with smashers. And I'd rather play a second red than something like Soul Scissors, because that card just gets eaten by Bystial. You could maybe play like Hyperia or Capshell, but I'm playing Prosperity, so I don't know, it's kind of iffy. No pixies for space reasons. Then I'm playing it 2 angler and 3 beaver. I played 2 angler because if I open one, that doesn't mean I have to play shit like barricade Borg blocker just to get my free summon 2 from deck. And I'm only on 2 swap frog, so sending it from hand in that way is pretty unlikely as well. Swap Frog is my go-to summon off Gigantic so I can access Toad. If I already have access to Swap Frog just by opening it, then I'll summon Red or Carrot instead. I am playing a pretty heavy Bystial package. 3 Magnamute, 3 Druis Worm, and 2 Saronir. These cards are broken. They're DD Crows, 2500 bodies, Dark Monsters to make Dark the Dark Charmer. Magnamute activates on special summon, so if you make Dark the Dark Charmer and take their Magnamute, you can activate it to get your own Search of the End phase for another one of these. When he leaves the field, he outs a card. They're good to chump block, they can dodge cards like Hold by the Grave. Like, so fucking good. 2 Fenrir. I'm just playing this because I have it. I don't know. It clashes a bit with Bystial's, and my deck can't really get a lot out of searching the other copy of himself. You can add like a 3rd Saronir, and maybe you can add the Pixies to improve this deck, because I don't think that this is that good or necessary. That being said, it is a solid Mannequin Cat target if you play against an Earth deck. Play against fucking Madolche, boom, Fenrir. 3 starters, 1 smashers, and 1 double cross. I was citing the double cross before because I only wanted to play it going first, but I don't think I've lost a game where double cross has resolved. It's just a really strong effect. And it might be easier to play around like game 2 and 3. Like they'll bring in like lightning storms, cosmics fucking evenly. It just might not stick around game 2 or 3. So if you have it game 1, you win the die roll, you fuck them. There you go. Last cards in the deck, 3 Pot of Prosperity, 3 Triple Attack, and 3 Enemy Controller. Prosperity is kind of weird in this deck. I definitely think you could play the deck without it. It feels like half the time I use this card I'm grabbing Nimble Beaver, but in other decks it's like 90% of the time I'm getting like a Floodgate. Something unfair. It doesn't even feel good banishing 3 in this deck. Like I'm banishing my Zeus package to grab a Nimble Beaver. It's like the trade-off just doesn't feel worth it sometimes. But I'm not sure what I would change this card out for, because it is definitely broken when you banish 6 against some back row deck and the card text becomes add Lightning Storm to your hand. Talents is nice, and it's probably going to get better over time. Bystials, Havness, Orange Light, any other hand trap. Is good card. Econ. This shit bussin'. Stealing is just such a strong effect, especially if you're like tributing a Druis Worm to do it, so you're outing like 2 things effectively. And this can like dodge hand traps like Imperm. This can help out hard to deal with monsters like Mirror Jade maybe. It's not bad. It was okay. For the extra deck, I'm on 2 Elf. I don't think I ever summoned the second one somehow. Sprind. I like passing on this guy. I'm not sure everyone knows that it has a second effect. IP. Dark. Unicorn. Avermax. Zeroboros. 2 Gigantic. Totally awesome. Number 29 Mannequin Cat. I'm playing Wallow, Founder of the Drudge Dragons. I did actually summon this. It wasn't really that relevant. This card is kind of crazy. I'm now realizing I didn't even account for the damage buff this guy gives in the game I summoned him. This is a new rank 6 out of Darkwing Blast that you can summon using Bystials. I summoned him with my opponent's Magnamut summoned off Dark, and one of my Bystials. Card is a quick effect, return a target card in the grave to the deck. So it's kind of like a DD Crow or 2 DD Crows. Or you can detach 2 to set a spell or trap from your opponent's grave to your field. So you can go set something like their copy of Triple Tactics Talent and use it the turn you set it to perhaps end the game. It's definitely good, and it's probably only going to get better with a Shizu release. Just because it can like force Smudora and Keldo. Then 1 Downard, 1 Zeus. For the side deck, I'm playing the End of Anubis, summonable off Mannequin Cat. This card says as long as this card remains face up on the field, all effects of spell, trap, and monster cards that target cards in the graveyard or that activate in the graveyard are negated. So in a way, this card is kind of Necro Valley and Dweller combined. Turns off Tears, Bystials, Charmers, Reborns. It's very good. It does, however, lose to cards like Super Poly, when Testudo Eret Newman does not. This is the one I had on hand, and it's kind of funny that it's a level 6. My other Mannequin Cat target is Chaos Hunter. I never brought this in, but it's here for things like Runic Spright or Tri-Brigade Spright. If they summon blue, I can target blue, summon any dark monster from my deck. I can summon Chaos Hunter. They can no longer activate any Runic quick plays, and they can't activate Tri-Brigades. So that is kind of epic. Smashers as well. 3 Shifter, this game sucks. 3 Dark Ruler no more. This is for things like Sprite Mirrors or just Floodgate decks. I don't like playing Lava Golem or Sphere Mode in this build just because it relies so much on starter to play at all. So yeah, this is still kind of awkward though. I never brought it in, but I guess I didn't really play against any crazy combo decks or Floodgate decks. 3 Lightning Storm. A little bit awkward with Bystials. I really like this card and the game-ending threat it poses, but I'm thinking about maybe main decking 3 Runic Destruction, playing 1 Hugin to use those as going first extenders, and then swapping these out for Cosmics. Just a thought. 1 Duster, and lastly 3 Eradicator. I'm not really happy with this side deck. I think it could be a lot better. There are a lot of cards I want to play, like Ash, Droll, Cosmic, even something like D-Barrier. I'm just not sure how I can fit all of that in yet. Anyway, that's the deck. Thanks for watching.